Hello,
We need a hug.
Christy.
We're not just shaking hands.
Okay.
Great to have you.
Happy to be here.
So Cassie, thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you for being you. Thank you for participating on the What Thought Leaders book. Thank you for being amazing on LinkedIn, amazing in real life. And for those who don't know you, can you please introduce yourself quickly to them? That would be great.
So I'm Cassie Gruber. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I've studied art and philosophy for 10 years, and my whole career in the past 20 years has been in electronics, reuse, recycling, sustainability, and the circular economy. And Christy and I met last year in Hong Kong, and after we got to know each other a little bit, she said, "I love you. You're so great. Please be a co-author in one of my books. What do you think?" And I was like, I've always wanted to write a book. Wow. Okay. Bad timing. I don't know. Bad timing. There's never a better time than now. I did it. Took the leap of faith. It was one of the greatest things, the greatest decisions. And here we are. And the book, got #1 bestseller in many countries. And we're here doing the book signing event in Bangkok. And I got to meet so many amazing, authentic people from all over the world. And I'm just grateful to be here.
Oh, thank you, Cassie. Thank you so much. A little bit more about the book you just mentioned, right? For those who haven't read the book, can you share a little bit about why they should read the book, just in a brief way?
So in the world's thought leaders, you have 8 global leaders in different industries just telling their experience, their stories, their journeys in life as a thought leader. Many of us talk about, our personal journey and then kind of weave through our career, right? But I think it's a story of resilience. I mean, all of our journeys have this consistent theme of resilience, but really also that anything achievable is possible. And so to overcome your fears, and it's okay to be afraid, right? I think it's about authenticity and just understanding your why and pushing the limits, setting goals, and just really not holding back at all. And that lessons learned are part of the journey, and it's okay.
Yeah, so good. Thank you, Cassie.
Yeah.
So this is the first time coming to our conference, and I would like you to share about the feedback of the conference and what's your favorite thing and what's the most memorable part for you as well. Thank you.
So far, okay, because we still have another day.
Yeah.
And tonight. So at first I thought, oh gosh, I don't know, it's so far away. I do love to travel, and I flew from the US. And it's a small conference, lots of logistics people, freight forwarders, and I'm in circular economy and sustainability, but that didn't stop me because part of my purpose, a big piece of my purpose, it's fundamental, is relationships. So no matter what, having healthy relationships means a healthy, happy life. And I was just so thrilled to be here, and whatever it was going to be like, it was going to be great. And so far, it has been so much fun. Like last night, dancing, playing all the games. So it is not like today, and we all sat together in a room, and it was fun. It was engaging. We laughed. So it wasn't just this rigor, this organization of boom, boom, boom. We're going to teach this. We're going to learn that. And where's your, reading things word for word. It was just engaging, enlightening, and empowering. And fun.
Wow.
Just fun. Yeah.
You concluded so well. I was thinking, how should I say that? I feel exactly the way you said, but you made it perfectly. Thank you. So, Cassie, because you also mentioned earlier that it's so important to really embrace yourself and being you and stuff like that. And I believe in the conference we still have people who are kind of holding back and things. So I know you're literally 100%. I'm all in. I'm not doubting or left or right. You're if I'm made a decision, I'm going for it. And that is a very critical element for success. And I want you to share, because you're so good at that. We're all different. Someone can be good at other things, but for that area, I think you're particularly very good at it. So share with people how you can help them. Quickly, what's the breaking point in their mindset that's setting them back, or they're thinking, can you share with them?
So I have a perfect example. So I just had a one-on-one with someone that I didn't know, and she didn't know me either. And she said, "Oh, so why are you here if you're not in logistics or freight forwarding?" And I said, well, I'm a co-author to the World's Thought Leaders book. And so I explained all of that and that it just doesn't matter. I'm here and I'm happy to meet you. And she said, oh my gosh, but you work for GlobalE, this big company, and then you do all these other things.
Yeah.
And you're a mom. And
Yeah.
how did you make time for the book?
Yeah.
And I said, you just don't think about it. You just do it. When you make a decision, you just do it. And so I said, yes, in the last weeks of editing, I might not have left my house or worked out. I'm a chef at home, and most people who know me know that I'm seriously a chef. And I didn't really cook. I was eating anything out of the cupboard, but that was okay because I was committed. I was committed, and you have to shift priorities. So even though exercise and all of these other things are important to me in my lifestyle, they had to kind of go down the totem pole a little bit for a short period of time so I could be focused and committed on, executing and finishing my chapter. And so I did just that. And now the balance, I'm balancing back out.
So good.
So yes, just don't overthink it. Just do it. You'll figure it out. Whether you've thought about writing a book, you want to write a book, there's never a better time than now. Whatever it is that you want to do, if it's important to you enough, you shift priorities.
Yeah. I think you've made a lot of friends, right? So tell us maybe roughly how many friends you made, like new friends, or you met how many old friends here, roughly.
I've made a couple very close friends that I think I will stay very connected to, and building trust in 24 hours or less, right? So 2 very close, and then maybe another 10 or 12 that I will stay connected with. Yes. And then, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 acquaintances on top of that.
Yes. That's awesome. That's amazing result. And because of your authenticity, and that means a lot. Now let's talk a little bit about change and breaking the bias. So today's all about change. Do you want to share a little bit about that? And I know tomorrow you're going to talk about breaking the bias.
We're 97% driven by our subconscious, which is a makeup of all of our habits. And from the moment that we took our first breath, we started building biases and judgment subconsciously. We just didn't know it, just our grandparents, family members, friends, the environments, the cultures we grew up in. And we really don't realize that the way that we communicate our energy and our results are driven by some of these biases and judgments, our ego. And it's so important to focus on changing habits and being more present, being more conscious, because that's when you can really realize, I never thought I had biases or judgment, but we all do. We're human and we all have an ego. It's just there. But it's all about, being more conscious and realizing that, we want to change our habits, and it's all about changing habits. So being more present, authentic communications, which is pairing honesty with compassion, authentic listening, which is lowering our walls, not being our ego, not taking things personal, our committed decisions, which is, immediately when we make a decision, it's wrong. You know why? Because most decisions we make are preferences, they're choices.
Exactly.
And we make preferences. We don't, like JFK, he made a committed decision that man would, go to the moon. And everyone thought he was crazy. How are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And he said, I don't know. I'm just going to. And he did. It took him 10 years. Yeah. And then strategic action. Strategic action is once you start being more present, you're able to remove the drama and chaos around you and be more focused on your vision, your goals, and have more playtime or fun time. And I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. About are people interested in how to gain more time when we all have 24 hours in one day. And this is by changing our habits and then not being responsible for people, but to them. And I'll have some really good examples tomorrow, but we're habit driven and we need to change our habits in order to fundamentally change.
Yes, definitely. I can't agree with that anymore. You're amazing. High five first. Wow, this is a powerful lady right there. I think to finish this interview, I know you already shared a lot of experiences about you managing time and how to achieve what you achieve and things like that. Now, if you talk to those logistics business owners or even the business owners, business starters, particularly even for the women outside there. I'm not saying women are weaker or whatever. We actually women, we think we can be equally strong in things. But for some women, they are single or they are struggling in life, but because they have children, they start to limit themselves in these kind of limited beliefs. What will be your number one advice or the words you want to say to these people, whether women or male? Just say to them, that's going to help them to achieve what you achieved today. or even better for them.
I mean, you talk about it, belief, like
Yeah.
hope,
Yeah.
believing in something. So I think a lot of people get stuck in what others interpret them as, or what they're reading out in social media as, like, oh, I'm a single mom, I have 4 children, I only make this much money, so therefore I'm capped. Like I have, have to stay within these 4 walls. So I think if you just, I'm not saying things can happen overnight. I mean, it's a process, but if you believe in yourself and you tell yourself your glass is full, even though others are telling you it's empty, I'm emptying it. Every time you keep filling it, people are trying to empty it. You just keep filling it. You keep filling it.
Yeah.
You take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Sometimes it's okay because we're human and it's life. There's unforeseen circumstances. Sometimes we make the wrong choice, but at least we're making
you keep
decisions.
moving.
Yes.
I love that. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish to have you again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.